You suck at self-improvement because you cannot focus long enough. From the instant you wake up, you grab your phone and ruin your day. But only by learning to protect your focus and holding on to what matters can you actually get anything done in life. I'm Maxwell. I help teach young men self-improvement. But today I want to talk about focusing in on what truly matters in life. To get this started, I want to talk about something. Morning routines. Not to get fully into it, but it's this idea of these are the most important hours of your day. And if you are in self-improvement, you understand your morning routine, going to the gym, deep work, whatever entrepreneur work that you are focusing on right now has to be done in these most important, relaxed hours where you can give it your all. But 99% of men, you know what they do when they wake up? They grab their phone and they consume. They brain rot themselves from the beginning of the day. This morning, I always have my notifications turned off on my phone, but I guess not today. And I knew the day prior that I was going to get up and start writing scripts for YouTube videos. And I grab my phone and I see a notification. It's a text from my ex or from my ex-girlfriend, and she's trying to say something to me. And I just knew in that moment of third perspective of, oh great, my focus is going to be ruined. Now when I'm trying to write my scripts, I'm going to be focusing on the message that she sent me. And I do have actual steps towards the end of this video of ways to protect your focus, because that is what truly matters. So when you understand focus, it is the period of time that you can look at something or do something and have a focused state. We have this idea of, attention spans, and I think the attention span of the modern individual is ruined. You go through your friend groups in school, high school, at work, and you just see that they are almost degenerate type people where they don't have the time and attention to sit down and be conscious. Their attention span is minutes, and that is because they find every second of their life to indulge. When you sit back from life and you can enjoy the peace and quietness, that's when you are doing like a rep in the gym. Even with this video, I know that you're scrolling around, checking the comments, trying to find the next thing to do. But if you actually want to improve your life, and the focus is you need to sit still and give it your all. It's going to be hard at first. A 10-minute video like this is going to be difficult, and then you will level it up to where you can watch a 2-hour educational video and be super attentive. But it is going to be a rep and like a PR in the gym, something you're going to have to build up to. But with these actual steps that I'm going to get into is the things that are going to make you achieve these goals and better your life. Because the reason why you can't improve on self-improvement and other maxing skills, other things to improve your life, is because you cannot just pay attention. The reason why you have failed on porn and relapsed on drugs is because you can't even be attentive enough and focus enough into your mind of the outside things that you're doing. So when you pay attention and become a conscious individual, the things in your life improve. So with this first one, and the biggest one I honestly think, is to have a meditative block in your day. You will start out at 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, but you download an app on your phone or have a timer where you sit there and you just meditate. So what I mean by that is you close your eyes, maybe put on some peaceful music, and you focus solely on your breath. And when you take those breaths in deep, and you're gonna feel distracted, but only through, again, like a rep in the gym, is you have to draw your attention back to it. In a meditative practice like that, where you're constantly self-aware of your mind, is going to allow you to center in on not only on that meditative practice, but the next thing that you're going to do in your life. So you need to sit down and learn how to meditate. Other things is purpose. That's something that I really talk about in a lot of my videos, is a purpose. Because the main thing why I want to teach you how to be more attentive, how to be more focused, is because you need to have a mission. My mission are these YouTube videos and helping you all. If I am not focused enough, I cannot fulfill my purpose enough. And if I cannot fulfill it enough and give my gift, I feel shallow and I feel less of a man because I decided to be a dim-witted guy who couldn't pay attention. So you need to have a reason to be focused. Whether that's in school and you need to get your grades up, so that's the reason pushing you to be conscious, or the want to change, or the bigger reason, the gift that you need to give to other people to be focused, is you need a deeper reason. So if you have the want to find your purpose in life, it's actually going to be, I'm not going to get into this in this video, but the biggest thing with purpose is the big thing that you're focusing on right now, hence the video of focusing on it. So if your focus and everything that your subconscious takes up is recording YouTube videos like me, that's all I can think about. I know that is my purpose, and that is something that I need to focus on mentally, and the physical activities I do in my life by just the sheer conscious idea of this is my purpose because I think about it so much. There's more deeper ways to find your purpose. As purpose goes like this, it sheds and has different layers. But this is the big one, is what are you focusing on right now, just subconsciously? Can you peel that back and get it done? And with a better focus and more consciousness to actually pursue something, the faster you can do this and develop as an individual, spiritually, mentally, successfully. And another thing that is actually so interesting when it comes to focus is your diet. Like, for the longest time, I'm a super lean guy. Like, I never have to worry about diets. But when I got into that, I realized, dude, how could I go back to a simple diet? Like what all these other people eat, like when they have donuts and sugary things for breakfast in the morning, stuff like that. Is like, how could you go back to that when you clean out your diet? So what I recommend is, the clients that I talk to, is I do elimination diets. That's where you take your standard diet and you slowly remove something. Maybe you start at your carb sources, like your breads, your rices, your certain vegetables, and you slowly reduce it down where you're having just like one thing. I would go to just a protein diet for a little bit, and then you re-implement it. For me, like bananas, for example, I love bananas, but since I did that elimination diet, I realized the just how I feel when I eat bananas and certain carbohydrates. I feel drained. So if you have a deep block in your life, like in the morning, like I told you on your morning routine, is you need to be fasted. You need to not have a diet where it dilutes your mental capacity to get the work done. That is so important. When you become a content creator or have a bigger reason to live in life where you need to have a mental capacity to get the work done, you need to have a diet that reflects that. You need to have a diet that reflects that. You can't eat junk food the day before and then wake up all bloated and your mind is all iffy and fucky because you decided to eat junk food right before you went to bed, so you ruin the next day by the actions that you did in that moment. You need to have a clear, conscious diet so you can actually work. This is the fuel of your body, dude. Come on. So you need to fuel your mind right if you want to focus. Your mind, and to really wrap up this video, is a sensitive thing. Like I told in the beginning of this video, when I woke up and I saw that text message, my attention was diluted. I was instantly drawn. My mind went from let's produce YouTube videos to let's produce YouTube videos. I need to respond to this bitch. And if you do not protect your mind and allow certain things to go in, you're going to be all over the place and you're going to be a weaker individual because you cannot protect your conscious mind. Don't be easily swayed by other people, by other things. Find your purpose, your mission, and put everything into it, and your life will improve. I'm Maxwell. I help teach young men find self-improvement and purpose in their lives. Appreciate if you like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next video.